faster during a flight. Keep the conversation to a minimum. So always remember, I am always having two conversations. Unfortunately, not with myself, so that's a good thing. But some days the tower controller can get a little grumpy, so my radio is going to be on the entire time. You get all my radio calls. Finally, because it's a doors-off tour, you can find that where there would be a door, there's going to be 140-mile-an-hour winds, like Category 4 hurricane. So please keep your arms, legs, camera, selfie sticks, everything inside the aircraft. I want everybody to be safe here. All right, so Jamie and Rob, if you look in front of me, so you can see yourself on the screen here. So everybody wave to the camera. All right. And Ed and James, if you look over to the right along the door, you can see the camera mounted there. You guys can wave to that camera. I'm recording this on video, so if you want to get the video and get back and talk to Brandon here, he can set you up. All right, we're going to get going here. Okay, going to get a little bit of noise here. There we go.
Hello, the tower room on the James Southbound British Airline 6.
Doing tower tower, departure southbound to the Traverse, main east, all runways 11205.
Southbound Park West, east of all, 1-3.
Tower Magnum 7, southbound, shoreline 6, departure.
1-2, traffic departing southbound to Magnum helicopter, shoreline 4.
I say it like that.
97 departure southbound, speed Traverse, wind 110 at 5, remain east, all runways, traffic from on helicopter departing on shoreline 4.
7 on the go, I got one.
Mr. 4, question right, echo, and then contact ground.
Echo ground, November 6264 connect. Watch your hand now.
Empire 624 on tower, wind 100 at 4, remain left short distance, take off the way, into the departure.
Left side request to take off the way, to departure, Empire 624.
Contact departure.
Departure, Magnum 7.
Limit control traffic, no faster. 4 down, complete with turn to connect tower. Good day.
Oh, it's from 4 to good luck.
So we can send connect tower when you're ready at 4 down. Good day.
Nothing on with the turn, yes.
Departure, Magnum 7, 400 feet, shoreline 6, departure, request 900 with turn to Mass Skyline, 1,500 after return.
Magnum 7, next departure, ready to contact Rubis cluster traffic behind you, Mana helicopter.
I'll be Mana behind me, Magnum 7. All right, guys, thanks again for coming to me today.
500 feet, shoreline 6, request 1,000 magic, 15 after diving head.
After they said sponsor ready to contact Rubis cluster and traffic 11 o'clock, half a mile southeast on Magnum helicopter.
Where's the extensively have Magnum Site on today?
If you look ahead of us, you got the famous Diamond Head crater coming into view. Diamond Head mistakenly called that by the British sailors when they discovered it because of all the volcanic crystals they found on the slope. Diamond Head's true Hawaiian name is called Leahi.
74, Mike Mike, Silver Harbor View, inbound, Mason Zulu.
Loosely translated, Leahi means brow of the tuna. So if you look at the shape of the mountain, it loosely resembles a dorsal pattern of tuna.
1650, 650 for me.
I can be climbing up just a little bit here.
Traffic down to get about 4,000, 7 to 1,500. Look for backup. We're just all looking at it.
I just off to the left here, got the stretch of Waikiki Beach, starting with the rainbow tower, the Hilton Hawaiian Village.
North 6 arrival.
We're at 2,000, clear Bravo, via North 6 arrival, for my mind.
And for my Mike, traffic 2 helicopters holding at 4,000 and below 1,000.
I just off to the left, you got the pink building, that is the Royal Hawaiian Hotel.
Departure Empire 624, 1,900, calling 5,000 and 420. Wait, departure rate, kind of come and maintain 7,000. Maintain 7,000, Empire 624.
Alright, gonna make a turn here. Everybody gets a good look at Waikiki Beach here.
24, leaving 4,000, the direct runway. Direct highway leaving 4,000, Empire 624. Number 4, Mike, turn right, proceed direct to 4,000, maintain 1,500 to advance on the top.
And 1,500, and direct to 4,000. Contact
4 Mike, negative. Remain this frequency, maintain 1,500 to advance on the top.
1,500 to advise by tower, for my Mike,
Honolulu Airport Information House, current output of 3004.
One of the things I always like to do now is going right up a Diamond Head crater. The summit here is Diamond Head, about 760 feet high. Most people make the hike here in the morning when it's nice and cool. Sometimes they do it late in the afternoon when the sun is going down. Makes a very pretty vista of Waikiki in the foreground. As you go over the crater, you're going to see a couple of buildings on the crater floor. Now that's going to be the headquarters for a state civil defense. Unless you've been hiding under a rock, you know, a little.
Honolulu Tower now, 118.1. Have a good day.
No, we had a little bit of excitement
65, or in Harbor View, North 6
back in January.
65 approach to morning clock 1601. Set in above airspeed via North 6 arrival. Traffic 2, Novik Robinson, maneuvering 4 dial.
Yeah, reference clock in 1601. Clear into the Bravo. We'll be looking for the no vector at 4 dial. Go 65.
Please advise, proceed to 4 dial 181.
Roger, became 1181 and 4 dial. Return complete. Listen.
65 right. We are radar contact 1 mile southwest of Harbor View and taking altitude.
Oh, the coastline see up on the right.
Radar contact and taking altitude.
This is what we call the Gold Coast of Oahu.
1.2 for Blue 65.
65 right. Contact tower ready. Good day.
Contact tower. Return complete. Thank you, sir. Blue 65.
This is what we call the Gold Coast of Oahu. Some of the most expensive properties in the country. Many of these shoreline homes here, anywhere between $50 and $60 million. So welcome to Hawaii, folks.
San Francisco, New York, Sierra, HF approach. Good morning. Third and above airspeed via Freeway 4 arrival, down runway 4 right. Verify you have information Alpha.
I will listen for Alpha at Zulu. We're looking for the Freeway 4 arrival.
Captain Del Sierra, third and above airspeed via Freeway 4 arrival, runway 4 right.
Clear to the Bravo via the Freeway 4 arrival and expect runway 4 right.
97 leaving on the Bravo airspeed, radar search from this cluster, Sparkling Beach, Crew, have a good day.
7 square, on the apartment here.
Mana 28 leaving on the Bravo airspeed, radar search from this cluster.
How you guys doing back there? You guys doing alright?
Alright, Ryan, just give me a call.
Alright, cool. You guys doing alright up here? Alright, cool.
Yep.
71.5 Kahala for anomaly. As you look up this mountain, you can see two ridges of the homes. On the second ridge is a private gated community called Hawaii Lower Ridge. Hawaii Lower Ridge homes average anywhere from $8 to $10 million. But believe it or not, some people feel so special. It's actually a gated community, and the gated community way up at the top. Don't ask me what it costs to live up there. I'm only the pilot, but movie stars like Bruce Willis, Jackie Chan, Keanu Reeves all have homes in this area. As you look straight ahead of us, you got that community with the waterways coming into view. That's called Hawaii Kai. Hawaii Kai was built in the 60s by a man named Henry Kaiser. Kaiser made a lot of his money building ships during World War II, but he got the idea for Hawaii Kai from a trip he took to Venice. So all the homes on the water, he decided to bring the idea here. Mr. Kaiser also responsible for building the Hilton Hawaiian Village. Of course, in the 60s, it was known as the Kaiser Hawaiian Village. I don't know if you guys remember a TV show called Dog the Bounty Hunter, but coming up on the right side now is another exclusive neighborhood called Port Lock. More expensive, $10 to $15 million homes. The dog lives over the end over there. If you have a car, it's not hard to find his house because he has a big old iron gate with his face on it. Guessing it's the sunglasses and a mullet, but just a guess. But just ahead of us, you got Cocoa Crater coming into view. Now, as you go by, you can notice there's a trail in the front of it that'll take you straight to the top. Most people make the hike in about 30 to 45 minutes, but the local fire department or the firefighters are doing it in 21 minutes. You're going to be in pretty good shape to be a firefighter here. Coming up on the right side now is one of the best places to go snorkeling in Hawaii. That's called Hanauma Bay. Hanauma Bay is actually an extinct volcanic crater. One side collapsed into the ocean, creating a natural bay here. I can go swimming there every day except Tuesday, where they close the bay to let the reef recover from all the human activity. But if you get a chance to go in the water, once you go in the ocean, you get surrounded by hundreds of fish. I'll bank it over as I go by. Everybody gets a good look at Hanauma Bay here. I got Hanauma Bay down on the right here. That's the 7 Hanauma Bay from Oahu, 1.8. As I come right around Cocoa Crater now, if you look over to the left in the distance, you're going to see the easternmost end of the island. Now, that's an area called Makapu. If you have a car, you can park at the base of the mountain there and walk around the trail to the scenic lookout where you get to see the Makapu Lighthouse. The lighthouse has the largest lighthouse lens west of the Mississippi. Can be seen for almost 30 miles. West, if you look over to the right on the horizon, you can see the island of Molokai. Now, in fact, if you look to the right of Molokai, you can see the island of Lanai, which is about 50 miles away. And way in the back there, right between the two islands, you can see the West Maui Mountains, which is almost 100 miles away. If you look offshore now, you can see Rabbit Island coming into view. Now, Rabbit Island is actually a bird conservation area today, but once upon a time, there was a man who did raise rabbits there. As you cross over the ridge, though, you can see the lighthouse coming up on the right side now. As we cross over the ridge line now, I'm going to give you a little bit of TV trivia. If you look over to the left in the distance, you're going to see that J-shaped rock wall. Now, right where the wall connects to the beach, it's going to be an estate there. We call that the Robin Masters Estate. You have to remember what show that's from, and no, it's not Hawaii 5-0. You're too young for this, but if you don't remember, I'll give you a clue. You're flying a Magnum helicopters. Oh, that's where they filmed the original Magnum PI coming up on the left there. Now, unfortunately, they tore the house down about, a year and a half ago, so I'm curious to see what they're going to build next. But they're filming the new Magnum PI on the island here. It airs on Monday night on CBS, and you're actually sitting in one of the helicopters used for the show, so now you get it started now. Now, if you look ahead of us, you got Delos Air Base coming into view. Not so much an air base anymore, but the U.S. Marines like to use the beach area to practice landing. One little known fact about Delos, it was also a target of the Japanese in an attack in 1941. X7 Waimanalo, switching highway. There we go, Magnum 7 2000 Waimanalo, west-northwest transition.
Magnum 7, Kaneohe Tower. Altimeter 3003, transition cruise, squawk 0434.
0434, Magnum 7. Now, if you look over to the right offshore, you can see two islands there. Now, those are called the Mokulua Islands, or the Twin Islands. A lot of folks like to take the paddleboards and kayaks out there on the weekend and just hang out on the beach. But just across the water from the Mokulua now, a little pocket of homes there called Lanikai. More expensive, $10 to $12 million homes. But now you guys are already wondering, all right, all I did is show you where rich people live. Maybe one of the regular folks live. But just ahead of us, a nice average middle-class neighborhood called Enchanted Lake. That being said, a nice average middle-class home in this island still starts at $812,000, but still not exactly pocket change. Just in front of us, you get the Twin Peaks of Mount Olopana. Now, you can actually hike up there. Now, you got to be careful because the trail's very narrow and drops down very steeply on both sides. Now, we're on the windward side of the island, which means it does rain here quite a bit. Also means the trail is going to be very wet and slippery. As you go by, sometimes you'll see hikers up here, but might be a little early, but you never know. Nobody up here yet. It is a nice day, so probably later on. If you look over to the right now, you're going to see the big peninsula. Now, that's called Marine Corps Base Hawaii. Now, being located in the middle of the Pacific, we're very lucky to be represented by all the branches of our military. As we go around the island, we're going to get to see the rest of the bases, because we'll be in the Pearl Harbor on the way back in.
V4, appreciate the cruise. V4, talk to you later, Blue 64, thanks.
Coming up on the left side here, you see this low pass in the mountain. Now, that's what we call the Pali. If you do a little studying about Hawaiian history, you're going to find that a man named Kamehameha conquered and unified most of the Hawaiian Islands. And when his warriors came to the island of Oahu, they cornered the warriors from Oahu right up in the pass, and many of them jumped to their death rather than being captured, so called it the last great battle for the islands of Oahu. You can see Honolulu Harbor all across the other side now. Now, the large bay coming up on the right here is called Kaneohe Bay. Bay is a big marine conservation area. A lot of hammerhead sharks like to come in here to raise their young. Now, if you look right in the middle of the bay, you can see this island coming into view. That's going to be Coconut Island. There's a research facility there operated by the University of Hawaii, but you might know the island better as Gilligan's Island, because that's the island they show you in the beginning of the show. Now, they did not film the show there. Filmed it on the island of Kauai. They did for a couple of years before going back to California and filming in the studio. I'm going to be crossing the shoreline now, and you're going to see a lot of ponds lining the shoreline. Now, these are going to be fish ponds, originally built by the ancient Hawaiians. Now, when they built the original rock wall, they put the rocks close to each other so that baby fish could swim through the cracks.
Okay, 1,700, Lyman, Point Northwest, Montana. On a 28, cutting in tower 3002 on the altimeter northwest, confirmed, altitude discretion, squad 0431. Long airport is 31, up to 5 discretion, on a 2.
Now, the fish would swim through the cracks, they go inside and feed, and eventually get too big and couldn't get back out. It's a very ingenious method of having your own self-sustaining food source. In fact, the big pond coming up on the left here is 800 years old. Now, you got Coconut Island coming up on the right side now. As across the shore, you can see all these brown circles down below us. So this, of course, is all coral reef. Most people imagine coral reef as long stretches of reef along the shoreline. But the bay here is so calm that the coral can attach itself very easily to the bottom of the bay and create all these beautiful circular patterns. Of course, the only way to see it now is from the air. I don't know if you guys are believers or not, but if you have Netflix, there's a documentary there called Chasing Coral. Now, it's a documentary which talks about the bleaching of the coral around the world, especially in 2016. That's the same year they determined about 29% of the Great Barrier Reef in Australia was bleached and killed. Well, that research started here in Kaneohe Bay. As you look down below, you see the brown edges of the reef. That's actually dead reef. The brown is algae that's built up in the skeleton of the dead coral. Now, they still do research here to try and find species of species of coral that can withstand warmer temperatures and hopefully propagate that around the world. Try to recover some of the reef here. Now the mountain range off to the left now is called the Oahu Mountain Range. The mountain range extends the entire length of the island. The island is 40 miles long by 30 miles wide. Now that's not a real big island, but keep in mind there's over 1 million people here, so if you've been here for a couple of days, you've had the pleasure of getting stuck in our traffic. But in recent years, Honolulu actually rated worst traffic driving in the country, even in front of New York and LA. Country Tower, Magnum 7, clear to the north.
Magnum 7, vehicle on free credit for Wolfia.
Yeah, Magnum 7. Alright, now take a look at the mountains coming up ahead of us. Now see if they don't start to look familiar. They might, because they're getting to the parts of the island where they film a lot of movies and TV shows. Movies like Jurassic Park, 51st States, Tears of the Sun, The Rundown, King Kong, Pirates of the Caribbean, Hunger Games, and of course TV shows like Lost and Hawaii Five-0. At the base of the mountain over on the right is a place called Kualo Ranch. Kualo Ranch and where they got horseback riding and ATV riding, flag TV, that kind of thing. They're more famously known for the valley beyond on the opposite side of the ridge. Because that's where they filmed some of the scenes from the original Jurassic Park.
Southwest, stay good, 1.8.
7 White Honey and backup call of Valley for Sacred Falls. Alright. Alright, if you guys remember the first time I saw dinosaurs in the original Jurassic Park, they come running around the rolling hills. But imagine they're flying along like this, they cross over the ridgeline, all of a sudden you see dinosaurs running all around. Well, this is the valley where they filmed those scenes. This is going to be Ka'a Valley coming up ahead. Unfortunately, no dinosaurs today. Dinosaurs cost extra, but the cows are free. Had a bit of a bump. Alright, now as you go over the ridge line here, you're going to notice how pristine and untouched the valley is down below. Now this is what we call triple canopy rainforest. Some of the only kind of rainforest of this kind of country. Now we are very protective of the land out here. Because as the saying goes, keep the country country. This is Kahana State Park down below with Kahana Bay over to the right. Now the next place we're going to head to now is a place called Sacred Falls. Now Sacred Falls is the island's tallest waterfall. So the only way to see it now is from the air. That's because it's tucked way back in the Veronal Valley. About 20 years ago, you used to be able to hike through the valley to see the waterfall. Then there was a huge rock slide, and about 50 people got hurt. So the state decided to close the trail. Now the only way to see it is from the air. Seven for the loose elbow, Sacred Falls, 2000.
Some of is Makalaye on the Kula Ridge side.
Yes, they're looking for you. Now, Sacred Falls tucked way back in the Veronal Valley, right past the ridge up ahead of us. I'll make a deal with you. As you cross over the ridge line, you look to the left for the waterfall. I look at the mountain. As we go across the valley now, Ed, you're going to get a good look at it first. And I'll make a big turn for on the right. There's the waterfall way in the back there. thin today, but what's unique about this waterfall is it's actually fed by natural springs up in the mountains. All right, James, coming around your side now. Everybody got a good look? Alright, let's get away from the mountain. Excellent. Starting sector point, football is 2.1. Alright, now we're going to be flying along the mountains now for a bit, so you guys seen enough ocean for now. I'm going to show you just how rugged the interior of the island is here. A lot of folks do like to come to Hawaii to hike the trails up here, but you got to be a pretty good hiker because every once in a while somebody goes walking right off the edge of the cliff. What happens, you go walking up the trail, step into the brush, thinking there's ground beneath it. Sometimes there isn't enough to go. Now the town you see coming up on the right here. The town you see coming up on the right side now is called Laie. Laie is home to the Polynesian Cultural Center, which is a triangular roof on the right side of town. As you get a chance to go there in the daytime, they got these villages that represent the different cultures of the South Pacific. Laie is also home to the Brigham Young University of Hawaii and the oldest Mormon temple west of Salt Lake City. We're very lucky to be flying along the mountains like this today because much of the year there's a cloud layer that sits right on the ridgeline. Now the clouds release the moisture in the form of light rain and light mist. Now it takes about 20 years for all that moisture to seep into the ground, get into an aquifer and become our fresh drinking water. And with over 1 million people on the island, as you might imagine, it's a very precious resource for us. Now this is all conservation land here, which covers about 25% of the island. A lot of folks are born and raised here, never get to see the interior of the island like this. Now, coming up on the right side now is the town of Kahuku. Now, as you go by, you're going to see a field there with all those rectangular ponds. It's also going to be shrimp ponds. And if you get a chance, I highly recommend that you rent a car for a day. Come along the island and stop at the ponds there, and they got these shacks where they say you cook shrimp. Makes you a really good lunch. So go over there by the shrimp, drive it out to the North Shore, and have yourself a nice picnic. How you guys doing back there? You guys doing okay? Doing great. All right, cool. Doing okay up here? I see all the wind farms around us. One set of wind farms on the right, one on the left. Now, of course, being in the middle of the Pacific for so many years, decades in fact, they depend on crude oil, but we're making an effort to become more self-sufficient. So right now, the island is about 35 to 40% self-sufficient. Now take a look at the coastline coming up ahead of us. Now, this is the famous North Shore of Oahu. The North Shore here is famous because of all the big surf we get every year. Anywhere between November and about April, lots of storms in the North Pacific create a lot of energy. All that energy travels through the ocean. As it hits the shoreline and lifts up, it creates all the big 20 and 30-foot waves. But during the same period now, a lot of humpback whales from Alaska come to Hawaii to raise their young. The interesting thing about that is the entire time the whales are here, the mother whale never feeds. All it does is care for its calf, but after the 6 months is up, they make a 2,500-mile swim back to Alaska. That's when the whale starts to feed again. Next, I'm going to call forward for sunset and wind out 2,000. Up off to the right now, you see a 3-sided building, and that's the Turtle Bay Resort. That's the only major resort on the North Shore here. Like I said, we're kind of protective of the land here, so we try to prevent any overdevelopment. And now we're going to... We're going to be crossing over the shoreline now. You're going to see some of the most famous surf spots in the world. Now, this big point coming up on the right here, that is going to be Sunset Beach. Down on the right here. On the left side, you're going to see the Bonsai Pipeline eventually.
public shoreline protection.
Sunset Waimea 2000. There you go, Sunset Beach on the right now. And pipeline coming up on the left.
Monitor United, kind of attack, all of Sunset 125.
Now, a lot of folks do like to come to the North Shore here to walk up and down the beach and get their feet wet. You just got to be very careful because the waves can take the sand out from under your feet and drag you out into the ocean. Just beware, nature can be very unpredictable here. But as you come down the shoreline now, you're going to see the most famous surf spot in the world. That, of course, is Waimea Bay, just ahead of us. Now, as you get closer, you're going to notice the near corner there where the coconut trees are. That is the corner where the big waves crash in the wintertime. Now, as you go by, you're going to notice the bottom of the ocean in that corner is nothing but rocks and boulders. Now, keep in mind, it's only about 15 feet deep there, so imagine falling for a 20-foot wave. It's really not going to be a good day. Now, the rocky area coming up on the left, though, is a favorite place for people to go snorkeling during the summertime. Ironically, it's called Shark's Cove.
46 for Waimea, Dole Farm, for Dole 2000.
2000, Waimea for Dole.
Traffic monitor 815 for the beach for Hana for Southwall Sacred.
There you go, Waimea Bay coming up on the right, Shark's Cove down on the left there.
Number 5, entering Sacred at 2.2.
Now we're going to come down the central valley of the island now. Imagine once upon a time this entire central plain used to be covered in pineapple and sugarcane. Now basically, all of Hawaii was controlled by plantations for over 100 years. Over time, though, it got more and more expensive to raise those crops, so one by one they slowly went out of business. Now we do have one famous plantation remaining, just across the valley to the right now is the old pineapple plantation. Immediately to the right, we've got everything from corn, watermelon, bell peppers, bananas.
Southwall Sacred 2000, Sangamon Site.
The soccer field's at a 2 o'clock position. Actually, coffee field also owned by Dole. If you look down to the left now, you get Waimea Valley here, and right in the middle you got this pond set by Waimea Falls. You can actually hike in there, and I think they charge like $16 a person to go walking in there. As you get closer to the pineapple field, though, you can notice that all the different stages of the growth. Well, the only way to pick a pineapple is by hand. That's because there's no machine made that can determine what a ripe pineapple looks or feels like. So the workers have to walk through the individual rows to pick the pineapple. But if you ever saw a pineapple plant, it's very spiny, so you wear very thick clothing. But if you're working in the hot sun all day, it's very grueling work. Hey, Rob, you like a good steak? Are you a meat eater? Like a good steak?
I love a good steak.
All right, so if you look ahead of us now, you get this flat area. You've got a little bit of cattle ranching, so you're going to see a couple of herds of cows. Now, you've all heard of Kobe beef and Wagyu beef, right? Some of the best meat in the world. But did you know that the way to raise those cows... Did you know that the way to raise those cows is very inhumane? That's because they put them in these really tight pens their entire life so they can't move around. That's a good theory, right? No muscle tone, soft meat. Kind of inhumane. Anyway, these herds coming up ahead are actually part of an experiment being done by the University of Hawaii. So what they're trying to do is take the scientific approach to create the same effect, immobilize the cows but without the tight pens. So what they're trying to do is create a new species of cow that doesn't have any legs so they can't move around. Pretty crazy, right? Yeah, they call it ground beef. Yeah, I know. That's flat helicopter. If you look ahead of us, you get the cows with 2 left legs. That's what a lean beef is. You got your choice. Nice. 7 switch and wheeler. Wheelers on Magnum 7 2.2, 1 north of Dole, good southbound transition for the interchange. Nashville.
Command 498 Golf Golf, mile north of the interchange, 1900, climbing at 25, in transition northwest.
Alright, so look ahead of us, see this red building coming into view. That's going to be the Dole Visitor Center.
498 Golf Golf, traffic 1 mile north of field, southbound is a helicopter at 2000. Additional traffic 1 mile north of Dole.
That's the Dole Visitor Center. As you go by, you can notice it's got a big maze there. It's growing in the shape of a giant pineapple. It's supposed to be the largest maze of its kind in the world.
We'll report clear. Thanks.
NA Golf Golf, make your transition east of field.
Okay, Golf Golf will be transitioning east of the field.
And Magnum 7, traffic about 5 miles southeast of the field, northbound is up the swing at 2,400 currently, make your transition midfield.
That's the midfield, Magnum 7 looking for golf balls.
Hey Golf Golf, say aircraft type.
Grand Caravan, hey Golf Golf.
There you got the pineapple maze off to the right here. If you need another reason to go there, they got really, really good pineapple ice cream. Of course, nobody ever said no to ice cream, right? Bank it over here so everybody gets a good look at it. Alright, now time for a little bit of history. If you look over to the left in the distance, you can see Pearl Harbor coming into view. Now imagine this, 1941 and you're a Japanese pilot. This is the same view those pilots had in the attack Roscoe into Pearl Harbor. So the main force of attack is straight down the center of the island here. The main force of attack is straight down the center of the island here. I'm going to the pulley that I showed you earlier. I might remember that the Americans were able to launch a few airplanes on attack just ahead of us, Wheeler Army Airfield. We have Magnum 7 has golf goals, making it.
And 8 Golf Golf, previous traffic at your site.
Hey Golf Golf, thank you.
As the same airfield that those planes took off on, imagine trying to launch an airplane, but at the same time you're getting shot at and bombed. It's very courageous for those guys to be doing that. Now today, Wheeler's primarily helicopter base. Got everything from CH-47 Chinooks, 860 Blackhawks, and a squadron of A-864 Apache attack helicopters. Now, if you haven't been to Pearl Harbor yet, we got the USS Missouri battleship there and Arizona Memorial. Well, it's fortunate we have both structures there, because they both represent the beginning and ending of World War II. Of course, Arizona was sunk there, but the USS Missouri is a ship in which the Declaration of Surrender was signed. All these fields off to the right, these are actually cornfields. I know you didn't come to Hawaii thinking you're going to see corn out here, but these are not the kind of fields you see in places like Indiana or Iowa. These are actually seed fields operated by companies like Monsanto and Syngenta. I know everybody goes, ooh, GMO, but these are not GMO fields. What happens is different strains of corn grow better in different parts of the world and country, but because Hawaii has a
Interchange, transition to the north.
Because Hawaii has their growing season, they bring a seed here for development and shipping back to the individual farms.
And 66540, Weather Tower, northbound transition is approved. Altimeter 3005, report clear to the north.
3005, we'll go 540.
8 Golf Golf, we change good day.
Golf is clear north.
8 Golf Golf, we change good day.
Or Magnum 7 clear to the south.
Magnum 7, free change good day.
Yeah, Magnum
750 feet. Taxiway Romeo altitude departure and runway 8 right and taxi at Romeo Hotel closed. Taxiway Charlie begins the departure and of runway 4 right and 350 feet north of taxiway Papa closed. Runway 4 right ILSD and the out of service. Runway 4 left. 8 right rails out of service. Runway 8 right past the out of service. Runway 4 left past the out of service.
One with one, number 2 behind the caravan and left that one. Alright, direction numbers over at tower, number 2, fire 692.
Ocean Magnum 7 and Alpha was on Sugar Mill, about 6 arrivals, turn to Port Island.
Magnum 7 ATM approach squawk 1604.
1604, Magnum 7.
space to the north 6 ramp, left 4 down, contact tower 11 8.1.
Okay, Bravo Tower, inbound, Max 7. Alright, now as you get closer to Fort Island, you can start to see the Missouri battleship on the far side there. Just right next to it will be the Arizona Memorial. One of the views few people ever get to see is the actual battleship Arizona, just below the surface of the water. You're also going to see oil floating on the surface. That's going to be 77-year-old oil coming out of the ship. So symbolically speaking, the oil droplets represent the tears of the sailors. Still a two-minute ship, over 1,100 sailors. Now the ship's just in front of us here, just all the mothballs waiting for the scrapyard. Every once in a while, the Navy will take one of these old ships, they'll empty it out, try to get out to sea and use it for target practice. Once you sink the ship, then it ends up being an artificial reef.
Max 7 traffic 12 o'clock and about a half mile southwest bound, altitude 500 type of knots.
Max 7 has a traffic maintenance. I'm going to be making turns here at Fort Island, so everybody gets a good look at the Arizona. If you look over to the left now, you can see a big white ball there. Now that's called an X-band radar. Normally stationed over in Alaska, but comes to Hawaii for maintenance. Supposedly, that radar can detect a missile launch halfway around the world, something as small as the size of a baseball here. But just to the right of the ball there, you're going to see a ship that's rolled over on its side. Now, that's the USS Utah, also sunk during an attack. Now, not as well known, but no less important here. Like I said, I'm going to be making turns just so everybody gets a good look at the Arizona, which is straight ahead of us. Just off to the right here, get the Pacific Aviation Museum. So, if you want to do that, that's a lot of fun too. Get all the airplanes on the right. Alright, Ed, you got the Arizona coming up on your left side now. Alright, James, coming around your side here. Fort Island inbound. Correct. Magnum 7, Fort Island to the south.
Red Hill.
Magnum 7 on traffic CD, Concord hold.
Concord hold, Magnum 7.
Officer Tower, Police 1 is light, south ramp to the Red Hill.
Police 1 on tower, departure south ramp, gate 0 on risk, remaining on runway 009.
Small Police 1 is light on the go.
Fire 619, turn left Delta, cross runway 4 left, hold short runway 8 left.
Left Delta, cross 4 left, hold short of 8 left, Empire 619.
619, turn crossing Delta, turn left runway golf, hold short runway 8 left to golf.
I got the active pattern Navy base off to the right here with Hickam Air Force Base off in the distance.
Golf, then golf, hold short runway 8 left, big golf.
Bravo, Golf, and hold short of 8 left, Empire 619.
And 1 Yankee with contact departure.
Departure 135.4 from 1 Yankee Whiskey.
And a big runway you see off in the distance there, it's called the reef runway.
Empire 300 on tower, runway 8 left, short in line up and wait traffic, 4 mile final, be ready to go.
Yes, sir, line up for Empire 300.
The reef runway originally built as an alternate landing site for the space shuttle when they were flying.
EPS 58 on tower. Turn left Sierra, then contact ground, no delay after runway traffic, waiting to depart.
Left on Sierra and overground. Delta 270 heading.
Police 1 contact departure.
Elevation 1 and flight, yeah.
Oscar 37, reduce your slow across the street.
Empire 300, 1080 at 8, runway left short and cleared for immediate takeoff, delay turn to departure.
8 left, clear takeoff later to the end, Empire 300.
Oscar 37, runway left short and clear to land.
Left clear to land, Oscar 837.
Hawaii, 450 heavy. EPS 58 heavy on tower, Delta cross runway 4 right and runway 4 left, just turn left on a Bravo.
Delta cross 4 right and 4 left, left Bravo, UPS 5 again.
Hawaii 450 heavy, 8 left ILS. Hawaii 450 heavy, Howard Tower, running to 080 at 7, runway left short and clear to land.
Left short, clear to land, Hawaii 450 heavy.
Magnum 7 main east all runways, landing south ramp on wristband 080 at 8.
All runway, south ramp, runway 7. Alright, you don't like looking straight down?
619, golf cross runway 8 left active park on the ground.
Let's say left over the ground, monitor ground, Empire 619.
Oscar 837 for left Yankee, then contact ground.
Yankee on the ground, Oscar 837.
Empire 300, contact departure.
Empire 300, switch, connect.
EPS 58 heavy, taxi via Bravo, Romeo Bravo Alpha, hold short of runway 8 left to the approach end.
Bravo, Romeo, Bravo, Alpha, hold short 8 left, UPS 5 8.
Oh, is it 673?
673 on the count.
Yeah, we're clear of 26 left on Romeo Alpha, thank you.
673, thank you.
Sorry, District 7.
District 7, how down?
6-7, only short 4 right up Foxtrot. I'd like to enter 4 right to check the barrier.
District 7, proceed onto runway 4 right.
04 right, District 7.
South of Lord.
95 on tower, east on 4 hold.
I'm going to hold back a 5.
Alright guys, appreciate you guys flying me today.
Way 4 right on Charlie and barrier is down in 4 right.
District 7, thank you. And there's nobody else, no engineers on the barrier.
Negative, I don't see anybody else out there.
176 on tower, 8 left short end, line up and wait.
Left short end, line up and wait. 76.
Alright guys, how's everybody doing? You guys doing alright back there? Yes. Cool. You guys all do me a favor here. You guys hop on out the Yelp, TripAdvisor. Appreciate any kind words you guys got. Put the pictures up there.